Schizo Joe here, back again. We're back for the first time with a Schizo Joe classic. Top 10 Schizo Joe moments. Schizo Joe highlight reel. They were playing skate with a period, 'cause it's hip and cool. Like when companies have a Z instead of an S at the end. It's hip. Anyway, I'm very excited about this game. I played Skate 3 back in the day. Back in ye olden days. And they never put it on PC, so I couldn't play it for the longest time when we got rid of it. So, which is a stinky decision. Maybe, if this keeps getting as popular as it is, they'll finally port Skate 3 to PC. Maybe not, I don't know. Maybe, hopefully. I guess I could always pirate it, but I don't know, I'm just too lazy to do that, man. I can't. I just don't feel like, searching for a one that's not going to give me a virus or whatever, or I don't know. I'm not a professional Blackbeard. Anyway, let's go. Position 78,000. That's crazy. That's at least like 7 people, man. We're in. And as you can see, the character customization is pretty peak. Oh yeah, look at my beautiful boy. I can't tell. No jiggle physics yet, but we'll get them. We got the special edge safety helmet. Obviously, we don't want him bumping his head. We have his crop top to show off his beautiful personality. And we have the slides. I think this is pretty peak. Alright. Where are we? Look at him. Is this Aura? Is this Aura, guys? Oh yeah. Alright, so I think I've seen videos of like a church. I'm not sure where it is though. One second. There's a church on the picture there, so I'm gonna go like here. Let's go. Whoosh. Oh. What? Holy. I'm just getting jumped by these buses here. He's ready for a front flip. Oh, that was so cool, bro. Ooh, again. Front flip. Dive. I don't think this is the church. Oh, there it is. Alright, we're here. The Church of Schizo. This is a cool area. See, I'm good. That was fun. Alright. See you guys, I'm great. I'm good. I'm awesome. I'm the best. Holy timing. Anyway, so far I like the, I know, at least when it was announced and you got little sneak peeks at it, it definitely caught a lot of flack. But I think people are warming it up to it, and I think rightfully so. I mean, it's okay. It's a good game so far. I mean, it definitely has some stuff that I do miss from the previous games. You know what I mean? Like the fighting, like being able to beat up grannies with tasers and fun stuff. But it has fun stuff, and I think the main thing is that the skating is fun. I don't know. It's still just as fun as the other games, skating mechanics. And obviously, maybe I don't have a great frame of reference because, ooh, that was tough. Because I was a wee little lad when I was playing Skate 3. I didn't play the other ones because those are beyond my time, but obviously I'm not giving a good showcase right now because I'm tired right now. Go down. Oh yeah. But I don't know, it's good. They're pretty smooth. It's fun. I like grinding. They got that down. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? What was that? These game mechanics are fun so far. I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff you can do. There's a bunch of weird glitches people keep finding that are fun. And that's just all part of the experience, Another thing is the climbing. You can climb buildings and structures and whatever you want. I'm stuck in here. Here, look. Ooh. See, peak gaming right there. But yeah, the climbing's fun so far. It's a little janky. But I mean, what climbing mechanic is a jank? Because I mean, you gotta program it to recognize very specific ankles. And and, you know, grab onto them and, you know, figure out which one you're trying to grab. So, like, I don't know, climbing mechanics are hard. I can only imagine, like, and it's early access. Like, this is not anywhere near the finished game at all. And even when it is out, they plan on, you know, doing live events and a bunch of updates and changes, like Fortnite, you know. Maybe they'll add a Travis Scott concert here. But until then, so far what they have is pretty good. Yeah, no, all the tricks feel good, and it's not like frustrating when you mess up because, you know, it's a sandbox. You can just try again. It's not like you're losing anything. I should probably set a marker in case I want to come back here. See? Oof. Okay, that was a little bad, but it's fun. And it's also got some jankiness, you know. And like the other games, you know, the previous games, they were all janky. And like, again, I mentioned that as an early access, but I can imagine that they're gonna keep a lot of the bugs in that have already been found, you know. Because I've seen a bunch, like, you know, on the TikToks and the Reels and whatnot. And that's kind of what makes these games fun, you know, is that they're janky and glitchy and it's really funny. Is that a dinosaur? Oh my gosh. Another one. Anyway, like the other games were really buggy. I mean, we had the speed glitch that everyone used, and you could go crazy fast with it, and that was just part of the game, you know. And you know, obviously, they're probably gonna fix some of it because there's definitely a fine line between like fun jank and just being broken and like lazy development. And it's definitely hard, especially with a skateboarding game. For some reason, skateboarding games just never want to work. I don't know if it's just against the laws of nature to have digital skateboards, but skateboarding games are always janky. Oh, that was so cool. Is that a freeway? I haven't really explored much of the map though. I like how big and open the map is. Because I mean, the maps in, you know, the other games were decent. You know, they're pretty big. But like this big old city island thing is pretty neat. And you can just kind of go wherever. No loading, whatever. And obviously the old games were limited technology. But it's still cool. I mean, like, yeah, look how big it is. And all those, I'm pretty sure you can get on all those buildings. Like, that's cool too, which is, you know, why the climbing is so cool. Yeah, there's a lot about the game that I do. And so far, I'm really enjoying myself. Like, okay, except for that. But how high can I jump? I feel like it's really inconsistent. See, I jumped so high then. I feel like the like ollie height is really inconsistent here. See, that was barely any height at all. That said, there is, stuff I'm hoping they'll add. I definitely have my list of wants. It was a popular spot. I mean, the first one is just kind of the aesthetic. I mean, some parts are alright. Like, this little spot's kind of cool. But I feel like a lot of the city is just... it's too clean. It's too... I don't know, oversaturated? If that's a word. Like, I feel like the old games are just like 2000s, 90s games in general, like Half-Life is a good example. Half-Life, Half-Life 2. They just had this kind of graininess, and like it hurt your eyes, but I don't know, it was always cool. I always liked that aesthetic. That was supposed to be a grind. And I feel like I'm kind of missing that, and that it was kind of gave the game its feel, that kind of grindcoriness. But now it feels just kind of too colorful for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just blinded by nostalgia, or I don't know. Maybe I'm Unk now, slowly achieving Unk status, or whatever, as the kids say. Haha. But I always enjoyed that, and I mean, that's just a complaint I have with games in general, is just that lack of kind of aesthetic, just something I miss. So it's not a problem I have with this game specifically. And again, the graphics are kind of going to be a last priority, because they obviously have a lot more to work on than the stinking graininess of the textures. But it's something I miss, and I think a lot of people miss it too. It's just kind of a neat aesthetic. Another thing I do kind of miss is the ability to grab cars, because in at least Skate 3 and probably the other games, you could like grab onto the cars and use them as like a speed boost or whatever, and that was always really fun. I liked grabbing the cars, and it's not here. I mean, I'm sure enough people are gonna complain about it, and they'll add it in at some point. I feel like a broken record saying it's early access over and over again, but it's true. Like, I feel like it's too early to make a real judgment, But hopefully they'll add it at some point. One thing I read or saw is that because it's a multiplayer game, and you can see all the other people playing here, is that being like grabbing cars and all the traffic and hijinks that would ensue would be like really hard to sync up across everyone. But like, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard. I mean, surely you can't mark like on the server that this person is grabbed to this car. But I don't know. like, I don't know. One thing I do see would be hard to sync up is fighting. That was kind of my next thing that I kind of miss. That's missing from me. And it was that's kind of what I spent most of my time doing when I was, you know, a wee little lad. I probably spent more time beating up the grannies, like the old ladies, than actually skateboarding. What I would do is I would sorry, I'm in a flow here. Oh yeah. Anyway, what I would do is I would aggravate like the NPCs. And I would, you know, kind of lead them. I would punch them until they chased me. Usually the dudes, because the dudes would just fight you. They don't. Oh. They don't quite have like. They didn't have the tasers like everyone else did. Because usually, at least the old ladies had tasers, and you know, you punch them and they tase you. You know. So, you know, realistic gameplay, very relatable. Getting tased by geriatric grandmas. Anyway. Alright. Anyway. I would punch the NPCs, and I'd lead them to like a pit, or a body of water, or, you know, something to trap them in. I think there was like a ditch in one of the maps that I would usually do, and I would punch them into the ditch, and I'd just kind of collect them. I have a little pit of my victims. That was always fun, but you can't do that now, cause I don't know, you just can't fight the. Just broke my ankles. You can't fight the NPCs anymore. It's sad. Can't even throw punches. And I get it. I know, you know, like with the car thing. Here, see, look. Can't even hit them with your board anymore, man. I could see syncing up like a bunch of NPC ragdolls would be difficult, but like still, that was like an integral part of the game. And I kind of miss it. Hopefully they'll add it, because they are taking like feedback, but yeah, I don't know, I just miss it. And another thing is I noticed, and this is just kind of, this isn't really one of the like, oh, it's early access, wait and see problems. One issue I do have is I feel like it's like trying too hard sometimes. At least like on the tutorial, like some of the dialogue and stuff, it feels like it's like trying to be hip and stuff, which is something like the other games didn't really do, because I don't know, it's just the way like they talk, or like at the beginning, you know, you have this little robot assistant, and I turned her off. I killed her immediately because she was so annoying. It was called like V or something, and it was a little robot that would, you know, tell you what to do or where to go. And I turned her off so she wouldn't be in my ear constantly because she was so annoying. And she would say like corny stuff, like calculating radness levels. I'm like, oh boy. I think that's one thing they're getting wrong, is they're trying too hard to be all cool, the game. You know, I'm sure that's just what executives do. Oof. Why do I have a girl voice? I chose a man voice when I like made the character. I don't know, is he being estrogenized by his like massive rack? His big old cups? I don't know. I could have sworn I chose a man voice. Anyway. I don't know. It's hard to explain. And it was just the beginning. Right now, it's been a little less, but... And I think that goes with the whole, like, too colorfulness. It's kind of like what executives think is cool. Or whatever. It's millennial hip and, like, not like millennials when they were, like, cool, but, like, modern millennial hip. Like, I don't know. I'm getting Starbucks vibes from this game sometimes. But I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong or something. And maybe it'll fix it. Maybe it'll make the city more ghetto over time. Because I think that's what it is. It's not... It's kind of like what LA wants to be versus LA. You know? Yeah, other than that though, it's a good game so far. And you know, I know I sound critical because I just missed the old game. Oh, did I set a marker? No. No. Yeah, I know I sound critical, but like, so far the game's really fun, and you know, they're taking community like feedback, so obviously they're gonna, it's gonna change so far. So there's no telling how it's gonna look in the future, you know. Oh. What's that? My boy, my beautiful boy. I miss Coach Frank though. That's the thing, is like the V whatever robot tanker thing does pales in comparison to the peak character writing that is Coach Frank. I love it. So yeah, bring back Coach Frank. Get rid of the bot, and then the game will be peak again. See guys, I'm wonderful. I'm John Skateboard. Feels like it's less glitchy today. Usually it was kind of buggy. I was clipping through stuff like yesterday, man. I wonder if they fixed some of that stuff, sadly. I don't know. What's this? Oh, Hall of Meat is another thing, you know, that kind of goes with Coach Frank. I miss the Hall of Meat. And I feel like, and I get it, I know the whole, you know, syncing issue with the multiplayer or whatever. It'd be hard to add so far, but, like, I don't know, you could add Hall of Meat as, like, a single player thing. I don't know, a little mini game. that's not online. I don't know. That was like, it was like one of Skate 3's selling points, you know? Yeah, honestly, if they add, you know, some more stuff and maybe like, I know some people like the new aesthetic. I mean, it's not for me as much. But I don't know if they add like an option to make it grainier, because right now my graphic settings are on the lowest, and I think that helps a little bit. But I mean, you can see the trees loading in. So you gotta do a backflip again. Oh yeah. Stop. Stop. Halt. Oh my gosh, I stopped. Oh wait. I stopped a bus with my bare hands. I'm like Spider-Man. Watch me do it again. Stop. Stop. In the name of the law. What the? There's a bus inside the bus. It's like clipping through. What happens if I stand here? Is it gonna show? Oh wait, no. Come back. Come back. Come back. Stop. That guy just went inside a bus. I just want to be on top of you. There we go. Oh yeah. Parkour. Parkour. Oh. Oh yeah. Stop. Stop. Oh, I'm on you now. Go. Alright, I think that's gonna do it for today. I'm bored. I recorded this same exact video yesterday, and I was like, but the audio got messed up, so you know I had to re-record this. So I was kind of saying the same things from yesterday. So, but anyway, yeah, you know, I like the game so far. It's pretty fun. Let's get this shot. Ooh, look at this shot. I don't know how to screenshot. Maybe. I don't know. Look at that. This is my baby, like you see. Oh, it won't let me see it, but this has been the Schizo Joe. And I'll see you next time.